Though often criticized, Sigma males are the most interesting and unique group of individuals on the planet. They are the most misunderstood and underappreciated, but their silent nature and atypical traits are what make them the most fascinating of all men. Despite the obstacles society throws their way, they've managed to hold on to a unique set of habits that keep them different from the rest. Here are 15 of those habits. 1. They rarely give compliments. Sigma males are very observant and pay close attention to the behaviors of those around them. However, they rarely give compliments because they don't feel the need to do so. They have different ways of seeing the world, including how they see others. They tend to care more about what others do rather than what they say because they are interested in the actions that show their character. Sigma males rarely give compliments because words often mean very little to them due to their importance on actions. They aren't interested in manipulating others with flattery and will only offer compliments if they truly feel it's deserved. While many people are eager to tell others how great they are, Sigma men will only take the time to acknowledge someone's achievements if it's truly something impressive. When talking about women, Sigmas are often not fazed by their beauty. While they may notice that a woman is attractive, compliments about looks aren't usually at the top of their list. They will be more likely to compliment her intellect, sense of humor, or character. 2. They tend to get annoyed easily. It isn't unusual for a Sigma to be irritated by the boring people around them. Since they are such logical thinkers, it can be hard for them to understand why other people are so dramatic about their life. People with this personality type are also introverts, and they can become frustrated if they have to spend too much time around these kinds of people. While dealing with people who seem irrational or overly emotional can be difficult, Sigma males have their own way of dealing with it. They tend to avoid these kinds of people whenever possible, often by excusing themselves from social situations or carefully choosing their friends. If forced to spend time around others who are annoying or melodramatic, Sigma males will typically stay calm and composed, even if they are internally feeling annoyed or agitated. They are skilled at maintaining their emotions and can usually keep a stoic exterior even when others are losing their temper. 3. They don't care if they're not famous or liked by everyone. Sigma men aren't afraid to be different and are often proud of what makes them unique. They do what they want and don't care what other people think of them. This can be a good or a bad thing, but it's one of the things that makes them unique. While most men fear standing out, Sigma men know how to take advantage of this trait. They know that being unique can help or hurt them, but they don't care as long as they remain authentic. This could be a refreshing change for women who are bored with the same old thing. This doesn't mean that the Sigma male is unaffected by opinions, though. They are often aware of what people think of them, but they don't let these opinions dictate their behavior. While alpha males are often concerned with approval from others, Sigma males remain true to themselves above all else. They are unafraid to make unpopular decisions or do things that are out of the norm. 4. They might leave a situation suddenly. For a Sigma, getting time alone is very important. They need to recharge their energy and clear their mind, so they might leave a situation without warning if the environment becomes too overwhelming or stressful. They don't bother explaining this to others because they feel that it's unnecessary trying to convince them of their need for alone time. They don't like to justify their actions and are often happier when they can live without having to answer to anyone else. While Sigma males might seem like they are aloof or uninterested in socializing, this isn't always the case. If a Sigma feels an immediate connection with someone, they can become very engaged in the conversation. However, if they sense that others are being fake or put on the spot, they will quickly leave the scene. Sigma men are different from other personality types in this way. While most people feel uncomfortable being alone, Sigma men are actually energized by it. 5. They rarely smile. Although they may not smile as often, it doesn't mean that Sigma males don't enjoy life. They internalize their happiness, which can make them appear aloof or detached from others. They are just not very expressive with their emotions in general. They internalize many of their feelings and rarely show them on the surface. This can make them come across as cold or disinterested when they're actually just processing things internally. Sigma men don't need to have a grin on their face to show they're having fun. If they're enjoying themselves, they'll be able to show it through their actions and the way that they interact with others. 6. They are highly reserved to many and very open to a few. Sigmas are very picky with the people they let into their inner circle. They don't just open up to anyone and everyone. They only reveal their innermost thoughts and emotions to those they trust. They are extremely private and don't enjoy sharing too much about themselves. They do so because they know that not everyone deserves their trust. They have been burned in the past by people they thought were their friends. They are now highly selective about who they allow into their lives. When it comes to friendships, they value quality over quantity. Sigma males are extremely loyal and will do anything for their loved ones. However, they will not hesitate to cut someone out of their lives if they feel that person to be toxic or harmful in any way. This won't happen often, but when it does, the Sigma will never look back. 7. They recharge their batteries by being alone. While alpha males need to be in the spotlight and surrounded by people to feel good, Sigma males are the complete opposite. They often feel drained after being around people for too long, and they need some time alone to recharge their batteries. This is why they are often seen as lone wolves. They don't need other people to feel complete or happy. Sigmas are perfectly okay being on their own and often find solace in nature or in their own thoughts. This is because they can recharge their batteries and get away from the noise and chaos of the world. They can clear their minds and come back feeling refreshed and ready to take on anything. Many people see being alone as a negative thing, but for Sigmas, it's a necessary part of life. It allows them to reset and come back feeling better than ever. 8. They're unapologetically themselves. The Sigma male doesn't waste time trying to be what he isn't, nor does he make excuses for who he is or what he wants in life. He's an individual, not a follower. They know what they want and aren't afraid to ask for it. Instead of impressing others, they focus on impressing themselves. They refuse to settle for less than they deserve and are not afraid to speak their mind when something isn't up to their standards. While a beta male might try to please everyone, the Sigma male knows that his time is precious. He values himself highly and refuses to compromise his beliefs or desires for anyone. Their authentic nature can be seen in their actions as well as their words. They live by their own rules and aren't afraid to call out others when they've crossed a boundary. While some might see this as rude or insensitive, Sigmas just see it as being true to themselves. They know that living by the status quo is not for them, and they are unapologetic about that fact. They are the true definition of free-spirited and independent, and they wouldn't have it any other way. 9. They think in symbols and images. They may notice symbols or patterns in everything around them, and often think in pictures rather than words. This can make them seem weird since most people think in words. Sigma males are often very intuitive and can see things that others miss. This is one of the reasons they may use a lot of metaphors rather than plain language. Combining rational and emotional factors in their speech and writing, they create a vivid picture that makes a strong impact. Sigmas tend to be very confident when they speak because they have already planned out what they want to say and know exactly how to communicate it. Although they are often very clear in their communication, sometimes their metaphors can be lost on others. They may need to slow down and explain their thoughts more clearly if they want others to understand them. People often ask Sigmas to put their thoughts into words, but they might not always be able to do it. 10. They have a dark sense of humor. Because they are so individualistic, Sigma men have a very unique sense of humor. They often make sarcastic and dark jokes, which have an intelligent quality behind them. They do this to challenge people and make them think, which is something that women love. Women often find intelligence attractive in a partner, and the Sigma men's humor is a good indication of their high intellect. This humor can be off-putting to the average person, but it's something that other intelligent people will notice and appreciate. 11. They hate small talk but love deep conversation. Sigma men generally detest small talk and aren't excellent at it either. This is because they like to think deeply about things and are not interested in the superficial topics that most people talk about in casual conversation. They would much rather have a deep, meaningful discussion about something they're interested in. They often find small talk to be a waste of time, and they can't understand why people bother with it. They would much rather skip the pleasantries and get to the point of the conversation. Sigma males hate beating around the bush and always want to get straight to the heart of the problem. While this can make them appear rude or impatient to others, it's just how Sigmas are wired. They prefer honest and open communication, even when the other person may not be comfortable with that level of vulnerability. 12. They're great leaders but hate following ineffective rules. Sigma males are known for their leadership abilities. They're usually the ones in charge and are often very good at it. They are strategic thinkers who are always looking for ways to improve. However, Sigmas can also be very rebellious. They hate following rules they see as pointless, and they're always looking for ways to bend or break them. This can make them seem like troublemakers, but they usually just want to find a better way of doing things. They are always questioning the status quo and looking for ways to improve it. This makes them excellent leaders, but can also make them very frustrating to work with. Sigma men are often the type of people who end up starting their own businesses or organizations. They're not satisfied with following someone else's rules. They want to create their own. 13. You can't buy their loyalty. If you're friends with a Sigma, then you know he is fiercely loyal and will always have your back. However, if you cross him or mistreat him in any way, he will never forgive you, and it's likely that he'll never speak to you again. Once someone has demonstrated to be untrustworthy, it's pointless to keep them around. Sigma men value loyalty above all else and will never hesitate to stand up for the people they care about. Although they may seem aloof and distant, they deeply care about those who matter to them. Their loyalty is something you can't buy, and it's one of the reasons why they make for such great friends and partners. 14. They have an enigmatic nature. Sigma males are the type of guys who always seem to have something up their sleeve, making them incredibly confident. There's just something about Sigmas that makes them impossible to read, and that's part of what makes them so unique. They're always keeping women guessing, and they can't help but be drawn in by their air of mystery. Trying to understand a Sigma male is like trying to solve a puzzle, and it's an incredibly addicting challenge. Even if she never completely cracks the code, the journey is always enjoyable. While other men might be easy to read and predict, Sigma males are always full of surprises. This unpredictability is exciting, and it's something that many women desire. Sigmas aren't intentionally vague or mysterious. Sometimes they simply don't feel the need to share every detail of their lives with everyone they meet. They're more private people, and they don't feel the need to put everything out there for the world to see. This can make them appear even more mysterious. But this is part of what makes this type of man so unique. 15. They know how to command attention. A Sigma male doesn't care if anyone notices him or not as long as he has the upper hand in any given social situation. He knows how to capture a room's attention and hold on to it for as long as he wants to. Women are drawn to his ability to stay in control at all times. When he enters a room, She can't help but notice him because of the way other people react when he's around. He behaves in a way that makes it clear he doesn't care who knows about his accomplishments or what other people think about him.